Hola, preciosas. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about PCOS and food and the things that I have changed in my own diet to be able to feel more energized and with my hormones more balanced, okay? So, very excited to get started with the meals and typically what these meals look like throughout my day. I'm going to leave pictures down below where you'll be able to see a graphic example of the foods that I eat and what it kind of looks like. First thing in the morning, I like to add protein, and I also like to end my day with protein. When I was first diagnosed with PCOS, my functional medicine doctor made it very clear that I had to start the day with protein and end my day with protein because that's what helps me to stabilize my blood sugar. Prior to diagnosis, obviously I had no idea what I had, and I used to start my mornings drinking a big glass of orange juice or eating a cupcake, sugary or refined sugars. And little did I know that I was truly causing a lot of damage to my body. Now the story is different. I already know what's going on, so I have a lot of more control over the things that I put into my body. I'm more conscious, I'm more aware, and that is something that I was going to be grateful for because truly information is a blessing. So the first meal basically is, as you can see down here, is kefir. Kefir is a good source of protein, and this on an empty stomach, chef's kiss. One, it helps you to stabilize your blood sugar, and it also feeds the good bacteria. There's plenty of studies that you can find on the internet related to kefir and how good it is. So I completely approve this for PCOS because it has truly made a difference in the way that I start my day and how I start feeling, and energy wise it's a great source of protein. It's a great source of fat as well. So thumbs up for that one. After that, I usually wait for about 30 minutes before I have my actual breakfast, and my actual breakfast looks like that. As you can see, it's just a piece of bread, and this bread is it's whole grain bread. I like to add an egg in it, which is the protein, some sprouts, which is the fiber, and I love to add some fat, which is the avocado. So I have all of the three great sources in there, great pillars, fat, fiber, and protein. And yeah, that is what I do there. I love adding some salsa because I'm Mexican and I cannot miss my salsa. That's what gives my little meals the taste. And you'll see my aceite de salsa in there, chile and aceite in there. After that meal, I wait for about 3 hours or so to have a little snack because of blood sugar spikes. I want to make sure mine is stable. And adding some yogurt, which is fat, chef's kiss. You don't have to do yogurt all the time. There's cottage cheese that you can add, maybe with some almonds. Like there's different options, but I love yogurt. I could have yogurt as a snack every day forever, and I would be the happiest girl ever. So this is unsweetened Greek yogurt, and that's the reason why I add fruit, which is the papaya, and I also add some blueberries, which are not high in fructose. They're not high in sugar, so it's a great way to balance it. And then you can see some black seeds in there, which are blended, and another great source of fiber. All right, so after that snack, I have my lunch 3 times, like 3 hours later as well. And that lunch is some beef, which is the protein, and then you can see some veg in there as well. Cruciferous vegetables are really good for PCOS girlies, and I'll actually leave a picture in here so you know what the cruciferous vegetables are. I've learned that eating these vegetables helps you to detox your liver. When you have PCOS, there's a lot of hormones stacking on our liver. And what we have to do is detox. We have to get rid of it. So as you can see, I love adding vegetables in all of my meals because that is what helps me to get rid of those excess hormones. And going to the bathroom more often, having regular bowel movements is going to be very helpful, okay? So you want to make sure that you add some veg in there. And after that, I have another mini snack. As you can see, it's yogurt again with some mango and some chia, which is a good source of protein, source of fiber. And then the fat is the yogurt. Very, very good small snack. And then my last meal, which is my dinner, is caldo de pollo, which is chicken soup in Mexico. We love caldo de pollo even in the hottest days we Mexicans can be a bit crazy sometimes, but you know, it was a crazy hot day that day when I made it, and you know, I enjoyed it so much. Anyway, I have some fiber in there, as you can see, the zucchini and the carrots, and then the chicken is the protein. And then down there, you can also see after that I've added my little snack, which is unsweetened yogurt, Greek yogurt, with a very small piece of 70% cacao chocolate. You can do a little tweaks on your own side, see what works best for you. That's what works for me, and I've learned so much about this. I'm learning a lot about diet and PCOS, and truly listening to my body, creating a little meal journal, which I also recommend you to do if you're dealing with a hormonal imbalance, so that you can notice which foods are possibly affecting your symptoms throughout the day. As I mentioned, this is something that I had no idea could make a huge impact in my energy levels and my blood sugar, you know, spikes. And it's like I don't have those energy crashes that I used to have before diagnosis at 12 p.m. or at 6 p.m. where I was just ready to close my eyes and go to bed. Even just sitting down and grabbing a book, I couldn't even read like a full page because of how crashed I felt. Like I don't experience that anymore. So, yeah, it obviously goes hand by hand with sleeping well and diet, sorry, and exercise and supplementation if it's required, but it truly has been a game changer. So I hope to see all of you again in my next video. I hope that you ladies learned something from this, and hasta la próxima. Besitos preciosas.